Next on WBRZ News 2 at 10, big rigs wreck hours ago and drivers are still stranded on the Basin Bridge.
A school bus shot up, but the real shocker is who is in custody for it. Plus,
I call him my special angel.
And you would too if he made like a chair. I'm Michael Marsh.
And I'm Sylvia Weatherspoon. WBRZ News 2 at 10 is next.
Now, WBRZ News 2 at 10.
I-10 still shut down after this fiery crash. Because of it, people are stranded on the Basin Bridge. One driver's dead. Good evening. I'm Michael Marsh.
And I'm Sylvia Weatherspoon. They are settling in for a long night since there is no time frame on when the interstate between Baton Rouge and Lafayette will reopen. As many as 4 18-wheelers crashed and exploded. WBRZ News 2 was in the air, and from our vantage point, you can see the inferno raging on the bridge. Firefighters from both sides of the basin fought back the flames, and still not much is known about what happened, but we do know one person died. Hazmat crews are still trying to figure out what was in the trucks. Now, here is a live look at that situation right now. People just waiting around. They have been stuck for about 6 hours. The detour around this is US 190. More traffic concerns in West Baton Rouge Parish, where drivers say they are fed up with the daily traffic tie-ups. They say something needs to be done to get things moving on LA1 in Bruley. It backs up during rush hour, and emergency crews have trouble rolling to calls.
If there was ever, one of the plants that blew up or had a leak, then we needed to evacuate. It would never happen. It's just there's no way.
Every time we try to talk to the state agencies, they say we don't have enough money, it's not a high enough priority, and yet hundreds and thousands of people are tied up in traffic every day.
DOTD says it is making changes already. The MAP program will be expanded to some state highways on the west side of the river. On just one station, another view from the sky. When a kid shot at a school bus tonight, that 12-year-old is in custody after he tried to settle a fight on the bus with a spray of bullets. He faces serious charges.
We've got all the angles as it unfolded. News 2's Brittany Weiss has more on what happened. The details are new at 10.
It was a scary situation for a number of young kids headed home from school, and now some parents are worried for their children's safety.
It's very scary to know that's my child that he was shooting at.
This woman did not want to go on camera, too rattled to be on TV, since she says her son was a target.
All I know, I just got a call saying come over here that it was a shooting at the bus.
These bullet holes are evidence of that. Police say a 12-year-old riding this bus got into an argument with another kid. When he got off at his stop, he went in a house, grabbed a gun, and fired 3 times. No one was hurt, but the kids who were still on the bus were shaken up, and so were the parents.
Definitely for sure not finna send my child back there, because ain't no telling what's finna go on.
After he fired 3 shots, the kid ran off. It took police about an hour to track him down. Channel 2 in the air as police on the ground worked the scene. You can see more than a dozen people standing by, waiting. Some kids were picked up by their parents at the bus stop. The others were dropped off at home by this same bus.
He's a real good child.
This woman, who also did not want to be on camera, lives down the street from the 12-year-old suspect.
I don't know what happened to him. We don't have this problem around here or nothing like that.
Now these kids are left with a dark memory and the bullet holes, a reminder, shot in the side of their bus.
One of these children could have got killed on that bus, could have got shot or hurt bad.
The 12-year-old has been booked into juvenile detention and faces charges of attempted first-degree murder, among others. Brittany Weiss, WBRZ News 2.
Thank you, Brittany. The search for a killer continues in East Feliciana Parish, and until they're caught, people say they'll take extra precautions.
We didn't even hook the doors. I grew up just a half mile down the road here, and we didn't think anything about safety or security, just nobody hurt anybody.
Neighbors are haunted by the murders of Connie and Eddie Hall. They were stabbed in their home in Ethel a week ago. Investigators say there were no signs of forced entry. They're looking, though, for Armando Diaz and Dulce Funes from Baton Rouge, considered people of interest in this case. Deputies say at least one of them worked for the Halls. Now in Baton Rouge, a shootout between deputies and an accused drug dealer rattled one neighborhood.
The man they were after was shot in the head when he opened fire on authorities near LSU. Tonight, Lionel Gilmore faces charges of attempted murder of a police officer. They say as they were making their move on his drug business in Tigerland, he jumped in his car, refused to come out, and shot at them. News 2's Ryan Nakan was the first reporter on the scene. He's live in Tigerland with the latest.
Gilmore is still in the hospital right now. He's under the custody of deputies, and this is the parking lot where it all went down. Deputies say Gilmore shot at them and tried to escape.
It's always scary because you never know. Once a bullet is fired, you don't know what direction it's going. It can't be controlled and it can't be pulled back.
This is just one of the bullets from the scene that left a man bleeding from his head and surrounded by deputies.
Putting some guy up, bandaging up his head.
Lionel Gilmore was injured after taking a shot to the head.
Saw someone come out of the vehicle, run to the back of the vehicle and fall.
Narcotics agents say they fired at Gilmore because he shot at them first.
You heard, like, return fire.
The bullet that hit Gilmore was not life-threatening. He walked to a stretcher and was sent to the hospital. The people who saw what transpired asked us not to show their face, but they talked about what they saw.
Sheriff's deputies, the police, everybody ended up out here.
I'm tired. I've seen enough. We got to stop the violence.
None of the deputies, thankfully, were hurt. They're still under investigation. This all started from a previous investigation we had.
Sheriff Sid Gotro says Gilmore sold drugs to undercover agents recently. In a search of his apartment after the shootout, discovered what police were looking for, what looks to be heroin and a measuring scale hidden at the bottom of this potato chip bag.
We will be charging him with 1 count of distribution of heroin and 3 counts of attempted murder on a police officer.
Gilmore's neighbor was not at home for the shootout, but he says he never had a reason to believe the man next door was into this.
You know, you just never know what kind of lives people live besides, you know, hello and goodbye. So, you know, you just got to pray for them.
There was no one else in Gilmore's apartment when deputies searched it. Now for his car, deputies have hauled that off and they're looking inside of it right now for more evidence. Live in Baton Rouge, Ryan Nakan, WBRZ News 2.
Thank you, Ryan. Remembering a music legend.
How the Jaguar Nation said goodbye to the man who led the human jukebox for decades. Next at 10. Plus, back to work for Louisiana's infamous kissing congressman and what he's planned for the people he represents.
Tomorrow, warm and sunny in Pat Chingleton's 24-hour TrueView forecast. Pat?
It's a great way to start that first weekend in May as we find the skies clearing off tonight, Sylvia. There's a sliver of moon up top. All of your cloud covers spilling across Florida, and that's where the rain's bopping Tampa, Orlando, Jacksonville, all those areas picking up a scattering of showers. Closest stuff to us, 60 degrees. Your relative humidity creeped up a little bit. Now it's 62%, but your winds remain calm. Let's see what happens then for the rest of tonight. We'll find your skies clear, 57 at midnight, down to 53 for the low, easing you back to 82 degrees for your afternoon high. So here you go. It's a dry pattern until Thursday. We also look for another warm-up as we're back to the 80s, and we're going to see maybe a little bit of humidity increasing, and that lasts all the way into next week. Plenty of events around town. We'll take a look at those, too, right after this commercial break.
Monday on WBRZ News 2 at 10. You're watching WBRZ News 2 at 10.
It is back to work for the kissing congressman. Vance McAllister is going on tour, visiting people in parts of the 5th Congressional District.
It'll be the first time he's in our area since the scandal broke. A month ago, this video was leaked showing him kissing a staffer. That's not his wife. This week, McAllister announced he'll not run for re-election in November. He'll be in our area a week from Wednesday, May the 14th. The Jaguar Nation of Southern University rallied around the memory of the late director of the marching band. Dr. Isaac Greggs died this week. He led the band for 36 years and retired 8 years ago. Current and former students say his legacy lives on.
He brought a vision to Southern University, did a great job, and we just really appreciate all the things that he did and how he was able to have Southern University recognized nationally. We really appreciate him, and he will certainly be missed.
The funeral is tomorrow at 11 a.m. at Mount Pilgrim Baptist Church on Scenic Highway in Baton Rouge. Isaac Greggs was 85. A woman making a career change got much more.
An opportunity to touch lives in a way she never imagined. Tonight, Tony Evans' hands-on approach to make a difference.
Loosening up your neck muscles a little bit.
She is a licensed massage therapist, and Tony Evans loves her work.
I retired from the state before I went to massage therapy school, and I was looking for something that I could do that I felt was beneficial to people.
Even when she's not on the clock, Evans is still touching lives.
I would like to make anybody's life better if I can.
Twice a week.
Generally Monday and Tuesday mornings.
At the Hematology Oncology Clinic in Baton Rouge.
To do relaxation, hand massages, scalp or neck or shoulder massages. Think your shoulders are feeling a little better?
Volunteering her skills to make a difference for people with cancer.
Many of them are here for hours, and this is just an opportunity for them to really relax and sit back and let the chemotherapy do its job.
And I have a particular, I guess, soft spot in my heart for what people go through because I have been around it quite a bit with friends and family.
Oh, that feels good too.
So we just do a gentle massage, you know, and loosen up those muscles and try to get them a little more movement, a little more motion, a little more pain-free.
Evans started 2 years ago after responding to an ad from the clinic seeking someone willing to lend helping hands.
I think she does multiple things. Number one, the patients certainly enjoy and appreciate both the massage and the camaraderie, the communication, the being able to take their mind off of the chemotherapy they're actually getting.
Evans calls being part of a patient's progress priceless.
I've had one lady that I worked on her hand a lot because she could no longer sew because she just couldn't, her hands had gotten so tight. And so we worked on loosening up her fingers and everything so that she could go back to doing the one hobby that she really enjoyed.
And there are those who come in and say, "Where's Tony? You know, where's Tony today?" Which is just wonderful.
We just want to get it to where you can kind of relax. Our pastor preaches we should all try to be the hands and feet of Jesus and help other people. And so I do believe that, and I believe this is something that I can do.
Who do you know that's making a difference in our area? Send me the person's name, phone number, and a brief summary of their story to Make a Difference at WBRZ.com. Then watch every Friday night at 10 o'clock as I share the stories of what people are doing in our area to make a difference. Well, one man made a big difference for an elderly woman.
Why he became her human chair for her in an elevator. Not quite this one, but we'll explain that as well after Pat's high-def review forecast. You're watching WBRZ News 2 at 10.
To make a
TuneIn Zone Josh Eaches asked if I would mention the fact that he went out to talk to some kids about tropical tracking at Capitol Elementary. They also had a science fair out there, and he led the kids in a couple of songs. Looks like they're doing some singing there. So Josh certainly gets out and about around the schools, and they appreciate that. Let's take a look and see what we have then as far as our almanac today. We topped out at 79 degrees. Folks, 5 more we would have shattered the record. Or I'm sorry, well, maybe more than that. About 11 more, we would have shattered the record going back to 1911. 5 more, and we would have been above our normal average high for this time of year. We're at 60 degrees. The winds are calm. It's a beautiful night. Stars up top and also a sliver of moon. Your rain has advanced down the coast again. It's hitting central areas of Florida. That's where the front's located now near West Palm Beach. Also, ridge of high pressure is coming back, and that's pretty much providing an all clear throughout the area. Notice satellites grabbing the cloud cover. There was a batch showing up just to our west, and they dissipated before reaching us, keeping us clear. But look at the amount of rain they're getting right now from Orlando and Tampa, Sarasota to over to Fort Pierce and West Palm Beach to Fort Myers. Wet weather for them tonight. Here we go in the 3-day forecast. Fewer clouds and a little more heat tomorrow. Dry weather with returning humidity on Sunday. And on Monday, a repeat, and that'll last all the way into Monday. So we're going to see on the Futurecast, notice how you see in the early morning hours on Saturday, looks like a stack up of clouds, but they dissipate before daybreak. And then we look for sunshine to come back and see your timeline. We're moving into Sunday now. Ridge of high pressure comes back. pretty much caps the atmosphere off. Return flow might provide a few clouds across southeast Texas, but look for a dry, gorgeous weekend and a dry weather pattern. 54 degrees, we're clear and it's cool. Winds will be shifting southeast overnight. For tomorrow, we'll take it to 82. It's a great morning, sunny and comfortable. Leaving you with a look at the extended forecast, and what it finds is 82, 86, 86 for Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. 87 on Tuesday, 88 on Wednesday, and Thursday, there's your speck of rain coming back into Thursday. Our Lady of Mercy having their parish fair. Our friend Father Cleo is going to be in the Duncan booth. Also, we sent Pat out to see if he could find out what was going on in the Festival of Two Rivers. He said he found some daylight in darkness. Here's Pat.
Hey, here it is, 10 o'clock at night, and the sun's still out. Got to check that sunset time. We are located in Greenwell Springs. St. Alphonsus School, Father Mike Morano.
Beautiful evening. Thank you. Thank you for being out here at WBRZ. As you can see, we've got lots going on out here. It's a wonderfully lots of food, great rides, great space.
Festival of Two Rivers.
Festival of Two Rivers. Open to everybody. We welcome the whole Central and beyond community to be with us tonight.
Bingo. Hey, you kids have been up late. Are you ready to get home and go to bed? Back to you, Pat.
You know, Pat, you just can't get these kids to bed on time.
They were pretty excited.
Yeah,
I
they
think it was
still
because
are.
you were there. Do you think?
No.
A chance to be on TV.
To get out of class.
Oh, there we go.
Thanks, Pat.
I'd go to the fair, yeah. People waited in long lines at one restaurant, the royal dining experience they wanted and got. Next to 10 plus.
All college hunks hauling junk.
The unexpected haul a man got when making a delivery. You're watching WBRZ News 2 at 10. Some teens put a healthy twist on a cakewalk.
And the act of kindness that proves chivalry isn't dead. Top news around the world in 80 seconds. This unusual sight in Michigan, large blocks of ice washing ashore. The ice moved in slowly and smashed into houses, and some homeowners called it an ice tsunami. In New Jersey, a senior prank, no joke. Dozens of students were arrested for trashing their school. They say they regret it.
I know he thought it was fun and games, but it's real life.
7-year-old's in trouble after she went on a joyride in the parking lot of a grocery store in Pennsylvania, all with a baby in tow.
One of my biggest fears, I mean, this is a crazy world.
Some bobblehead bandits were busted in Michigan. They're accused of swiping the head off the statue of a hockey player and stashing it under a bridge.
You know, people do stupid things when they're drunk.
We understood that royalty was about to show up, so we thought we'd wait.
A royal dining experience for customers at a restaurant in Tennessee. Princes William and Harry were there chowing down on barbecue. They were in town for a wedding. This isn't a cakewalk in China. Teens are walking cabbage heads on leashes to cope with loneliness and depression. They say cabbage therapy is helpful. This woman got an unexpected lift. A 79-year-old got stuck in an elevator with a man. Her legs began to hurt, so the guy made himself into a human chair.
I call him my special angel.
Things heated up for a reporter covering wildfires in California. A man turned the tables on her and asked her a question.
Wow, you're super pretty. You want to go on a date sometime?
We're on the air live right now.
And that's your news around the world in 80 seconds.
Did she say
She
yes?
tried to handle it. She tried to handle it.
Did she
Hey,
say
we're
yes?
live on the air right now.
No, she's married, kids,
okay.
all of that.
Gotcha. Doesn't hurt to ask, though, right? You don't know. The worst that she can say is no. There you go.
She did.
The LSU baseball team, what a game tonight. It was a wild one. Started off with the LSU Tigers very much in control, but it got wacky late. Coming up, we'll have the highlights and tell you how that one ended up.
When the girls communicate and they don't know the difference of their age. Everybody's a leader out there.
Leaders emerging at the high school softball state playoffs, but first, the LSU baseball team is alive for 5. Happy Friday. I'm Chris Price with your sports. Michael Cobble has the night off. The LSU Tigers came into tonight's game against Texas A&M having won 14 of their past 17 games. You take 2 or 3 in College Station, and that's 5 straight series for the Tigers. Paul Maneri's team in College Station for the 2nd straight year. Aggies throwing Parker Ray to start, but the Tigers getting to him early. First inning, no score. Alex Bregman about to change that. Boy, has he come on lately. Bregman, a solo home run to start things off. Tigers lead 1-0. Both pitchers settle in, same score in the 6th, and it's Bregman again, ropes a double this time. Andrew Stevenson comes around to score. It's 2-0 Tigers, and they were just getting started in the 6th. A big 6 for LSU as Connor Hale comes through with an RBI single. That's Connor right there. Tyler Moore will chip in an RBI of his own. The Tigers take a 4-0 lead in the 9th. But that's where it got interesting. The Aggies score 4 runs in the bottom of the ninth. A great outing by Aaron Nola was spoiled late. This one goes to extra innings, but the Tigers respond with a run in the 10th, and LSU snatches victory from the jaws of defeat after it almost being the other way around. Final score in 10 innings, LSU takes it 5-4. Well, in college softball, it's the final homestand for the LSU Tigers this weekend. Beth Torina's club also looking for a 5th straight series victory. Tigers against Mississippi State, and they'll be celebrating their 6 seniors throughout the weekend. Today, it's Ashley Scheckner and Allison Falcon's turn to say thanks to the fans. First inning, no score, 1 on for Savannah Jaquish, and Jaquish takes this one off for a ride. A 2-run home run. Tigers up 2-0 early. Tigers have built a 4-0 lead as we move to the 4th, but the Bulldogs rally. Logan Falks up for State. She sends one out. Bulldogs put a 5 spot on the board in the 4th, and the LSU lead is gone. 5th inning now, same score. Bulldogs looking to get another run across. Now check this out. Julia Eccles sent home, but the throw right on target. Great save by the Tigers defense. And as we move to the bottom of the 5th, Bianca Bell comes through for LSU. A 2-run home run puts the Tigers back on top, and that lead will hold up. Final score, Tigers hold off the Bulldogs 6-5. Game 2 is tomorrow night at 7 p.m. Well, the high school softball season has reached the penultimate day. Quarterfinals today, semifinals, and finals tomorrow. 8 local teams in action in Sulphur. State championship hopes still intact for those 8 teams. We start things off in Class 5A. Santa Ma, they've been such a powerhouse over the years, but it was a tough day for the Lady Gators. It was, however, quite a night for Abrielle Robertson for Pineville, who gets a couple of Lady Gators striking out. Coach Nielsen doesn't seem to like that one. Then with 2 on, Santa Ma needs a miracle, down by 7 in the 7th. But Ashley Smith pops out to center to end the game. Lady Gators stunned by the 9 seed tonight as they fall 8-1. Meanwhile, East Ascension, Lady Spartans versus Ouachita Parish, the Lady Lions. In the 2nd, down a run with 2 on. Oh, that's kind of a cool shot there. EA gets some timely hitting here as Jesse Watts drives one up the middle. That'll score Abby Anderson. This one would end up being a shootout. Tied at 10. Ouachita Parish in the bottom of the 7th with 2 on. And this one does not end pretty as the Lady Lions advance on a walk-off hit blooper to right field. Great season for the Lady Spartans as they fall 11-10. Live Oak Lady Eagles. Is this the next video here? Have we moved to, okay, there we go. That was the wrong highlight there. That was, now I'm all confused here. Who do we have? Denham Springs, that's the one that we're at. Against Mount Carmel, excuse me. That was Drew Nettles, the football coach that we saw checking out the scene. The score was 9-8. That was the score in the bottom of the 7th. And it appears that Denham Springs did go on to win that game. Final score 9-8 there. So a big day for local teams in Sulphur.
Our area, we play some pretty good softball there. And if you can survive our area, you have a good chance here. And it's nice to see them as long as you can see them on Saturday. That's the great thing, you know, because we're all there together. And, everybody's striving for one goal. They're trying to win that last game. So, we'll just wait and see tomorrow.
And staying on the high school scene, a big day at Episcopal High School for 5 Knights athletes. All 5 signing to play at various colleges. Adam Clausen will play soccer at Birmingham Southern. James Davis will wrestle at Lyon College in Arkansas. Ellery Hayden will run cross country at Rhodes College. Lindsay Redhead joined the women's soccer team at Millsaps. And Ty Williams will play football for Millsaps as well. Congratulations to all 5 students. And Sylvia and Michael, a lot more teams still alive for the state semifinals in Sulphur. A great day for those teams.
All right, good luck to all of them.
We'll be right back.
You're watching WBRZ, Louisiana's Station of the Year.
Nice weekend for yard work, Pat.
Yeah, we've had a lot of weekends. We've dodged some showers, and sometimes it's been too cold, other times too hot, but this is just about perfect. Fewer clouds, a little more heat on Saturday. Dry weather lasts, a little repeat coming into Monday, but your humidity comes up as well. The Advocate column, also available on WBRZ.com. It talks about my mom's rhubarb. And, of course, there's a mention in there of Sylvia's famous rhubarb.
I can't wait to check that out.
The best in the world, right? There we go.
Well known.
Don't forget, you can keep up with us on Facebook, Twitter, WBRZ.com, and our 2 smartphone apps. And thanks for watching WBRZ News 2, named the state's best by the Associated Press.
If you have any feedback, contact us at news@WBRZ.com. Have a great weekend. We'll see you back here on Monday.
Helicopter services for WBRZ News 2 are provided by Custom Security. Thanks for watching WBRZ News 2, home of the state's best newscast.